This is the Tropic Pianist Gamers podcast, episode 50. Today, I'm joined by my guest Jackie Thomson for the title of Christmas Memories with the Inner Child. Welcome, Jackie. Would you like to introduce yourself properly?
Thank you. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackie Thomson. I'm based in Deganwy in North Wales, and I help mostly midlife women live happier and healthier lives. And part of that is working with the inner child, which has become a bit of a specialist subject for me just lately, having just presented at the UK Hypnosis Convention on the inner child. And yeah, it's becoming a big thing for me. I'm about to write a literature review around the subject.
Wow, so you found your specialism.
Uh,
Um, so
Potentially, it might
what
change next week.
so what led you to that? Give us a bit of background.
Okay, I came into what I do now um, as a result of a big life change. And I ended up on my own. I was a stranger where I lived. Um, I was a stranger to everyone around me, but also to myself. I'd ended up completely alone, didn't know what to do with myself. And I ended up at a workshop, which was a Louise Hay Heal Your Life workshop. And that's where I discovered my own inner child and realized that the whole of my life, I'd been working with stuff that I'd carried through from childhood. And I learned at that workshop how to heal it, and it just changed my life completely. I now live a happier, healthier life, and I want to help other people do the same.
So how did you find Louise Hay in the first place then?
Well, accidentally, to be honest. The first person I met in this new place took me to introduced me, if you like, to a spiritual circle. And I didn't know what I wanted from life. And it was just, I was invited to go along to this workshop. Couldn't really afford it, but thought, well, I've got to do something with my life. Let's go and see what this is all about. So I went really just to keep her company, but it completely changed my life. Never looked back since.
Brilliant. So, with regards to the inner child, what work have you been doing more recently in content wise of that?
Well, I've actually I've ended up accidentally um, teaching other therapists about inner child work relating to what I learned with the Louise Hay work. And the Louise Hay work on its own is really powerful, but I later learned hypnotherapy and realized that it really strengthens the mind-body connection. And so much of what we do is about the mind-body connection. If you think you're going to have a bad day, you'll have a bad day. It's about all of that sort of thing. And I've just really embraced that. And I've ended up writing a course for hypnotherapists on inner child healing with hypnosis. As I said, I spoke at the UK Hypnosis Convention, and I'm just really embracing where it takes me right now. And at the moment, I'm doing a more study, but it does involve me writing a literature review. So my subject for that is going to be to do with the inner child and healing.
Okay, so when you talk about the inner child, what do you actually mean? Do you mean your child's experience in yourself?
In a way, yeah. We are all made up of different parts of ourselves, if you like. So there'll be a part of us that's spontaneous. There's a part of us that's analytical. There might be a part of us that gets anxious. It's all part of us. And the inner child is it's a part of our psyche that holds all our childhood memories and experiences. So the good stuff and the bad. So if you like, it's the source of our spontaneity, our creativity, our joy in life. But it's also the source of our pain and insecurities and all of those sorts of things. So it's not if you like, a real thing. It is a part of our psyche. It's an aspect of ourselves.
Yeah, because I did psychology A level and we learnt all about the ego, so I'm guessing it's kind of in that direction.
It is in that direction, but it's not strictly the ego.
Okay.
But if you think of it, yeah, it's something like the ego. The ego is another part of ourselves.
Okay. So, because it's Christmas memories, what are your memories of Christmas as a child?
Well, my memories of Christmas are just, they, if you like, inform my Christmas these days. You know, Christmas can be really stressful because we all get caught up in the details. We're too focused on the details, you know, matching pajamas, matching Christmas wrapping. Have we made enough food? And by the time we come to Christmas, we actually forget to enjoy it. We're so caught up in the stress of it all. So for me, Christmas has never really been about presents or decorations or anything like that. The preparation, it's always been about people and the connection. Because as a child, we didn't have, I mean, let's face it, I'm a lot older than a lot of people who'll be watching this. We did not have big flashy presents like children almost expect these days. I wasn't quite in the orange in the bottom of a sock era, but you know, I seriously cannot remember any. No, I can remember one Christmas present that I had that I used to get every year, and it was a Cadbury's selection box, and it had probably 4 bars of chocolate in it.
Mm.
And what was so special about that was it was all for me. I didn't have to share it, you know. So that was all I remember about Christmas presents. But what I do remember are the get-togethers that we had. You know, my
Oh,
aunt
yeah.
had a big house, so we all went there, and there would be 20 plus of us in that house on Christmas Day. You know, and they'd all sit round a big table, which was actually lots of tables put together.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody would bring chairs and things like that. And the children would be in a corner of the room on their own table. So we had our own Christmas dinner, if you like. We'd all muck in and help. I can remember peeling mountains and mountains of sprouts, but it was fun. It
Yeah.
was fun. And it wouldn't be about um, what we got on Christmas Day. It would be about having fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'd go for a walk, we'd play games. And my cousin played the guitar. So there'd be somebody, you know, he'd be playing the guitar and there'd be somebody playing the piano. And we'd have a sing song and all of that sort of thing. And that's really what Christmas is for me now,
That
you
was my
know?
Boxing Day, that, with all the gathering of people,
Yeah,
with my Chinese
absolutely.
grandmother, big Chinese banquet. I miss those days.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I mean, things change, of course. You know, a lot of the people that I was with then are no longer
Mm.
here. You know, I've sort of grown from the child to
Yeah.
that parent, that grandparent. Hopefully, one day even that great grandparent. Who knows? But I'm in a lucky position where at the moment I live in a nice big house, so all my family come to me for Christmas.
Yeah.
But I refuse to spend hours agonizing over food. Things have changed. You know, we have vegetarians in the family.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. We all muck in and we all do Christmas together, if you like. But we might watch a Christmas movie together, but mostly it's just about sitting and talking and going for a walk and good food, nice drink, whatever, all of that sort of thing. It's about the connection.
Yeah, that's me now, I think, making memories. Although
Yeah,
with the flashy goods, my kids just give me a list of Pokemon plushies he wants to collect, so that keeps it simple at least.
yeah,
So your Christmas Day this year is going to be full of family, is it?
yeah,
What are your plans?
absolutely. Yeah,
Cool. And
yeah,
turkey dinner, but the veggie alternatives, is it?
yeah. But we all muck in and cook it, you know.
Uh,
I've yes, I've got a turkey. Oh, I haven't. I've got a turkey crown because we don't eat
yeah, same.
the rest of it. We might as well not bother. We'll make mince pies. We'll probably bake some cookies. We'll do all that sort of thing. And
I've got
all,
one random question then. Have you ever done a gingerbread house?
a long time ago, yes.
That's something I want to do in the future because Dewi absolutely loves gingerbread, but we've never got around to building the house yet. You just collect
Yeah,
the various people.
we don't have any children at the moment in the family. We've sort of gone beyond that, and my
Yeah.
children are now adults, and the children do come and visit. My niece and nephew have children, and they come and visit. But because we are now such a big extended family,
Mm.
we tend to be a little more nuclear. I would be looking. I'll probably have 11 or 12 on Christmas Day, which is still great.
Yeah.
It's still about that connection.
I like the quietness of Christmas Day where we can just rest and be. New Year's Eve
Yeah.
is where my party is. So I've got that to come.
I gave up on New Year's Eve a long time ago. I like the quiet life now.
Well, yeah, so interesting insights into your life and your memories there. So if anyone's interested in the hypnosis side and investigating their inner child, where can they find you?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Jackie Thomson HypnoWellbeing. JackieThompson.com is the website. My phone number's on there. I'm always open to WhatsApp, texts, calls, whatever. If I can't answer, just leave a message. I will get back to you. Yeah, just put Jackie Thomson in Facebook. You'll find me.
Thompson without a P. I
Without a P.
always
Yes.
have to remember that.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
dry Thompsons.
yes. So thanks for being a guest on my podcast today. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation.
Yeah,
And a
it's been
Merry
great. Thank
Christmas
you
to
very
you.
much for having me. And Merry Christmas to you and to everybody out there. Thank you.
Hello there, I'm Amanda Anderson and I'm a writer creative from Cardiff in South Wales. Firstly, I'd just like to say thank you to Jen for inviting me into her little world this month and allowing me to sponsor her podcast. You are an amazing, inspiring woman, Jen, and I admire and love everything that you do. So thank you. In terms of what I do, as I say, I'm a writer creative, but that has got a fairly wide umbrella. It encompasses quite a lot of different things. And I am thrilled now to be at a point in my life where I've got the time to dedicate to doing something which has always been such a huge part of my life, but really until latterly I haven't had the opportunity to devote to it and explore this passion and develop it. When lockdown arrived, that very strange time, I was given the gift of more time and it moved things in a different direction completely for me. I've got a corporate background and my husband and I have run our own business for many years. But when the pandemic arrived, I found myself with opportunity to connect with different people. Online became amazing, and what a resource that was. And also, as I say, time was a big thing for me. To have the time to actually sit and write and do things creative was just like, well, it was a perfect gift for me. Talking of which, I have a book called The Perfect Gift, which is probably the pivotal point where I actually started to really write and create. And this was something that was just, oh gosh, it was so amazing for me, and I've had so much pleasure since I've done my sort of course correct, if you like. So that was my first venture into writing and publishing. I've always written rhyming verse ever since I was a tiny little girl, and I got excited when I heard cat, rat and mat, and I thought, oh, I want to create those sounds as well. So that started me off on my journey, and as I say, I was so absolutely so thrilled to have this little book reach Amazon #1. And from then on, oops, sorry, I wobbled you there. From then on, we've gone down another journey of just publishing in general. Lots of little things have come about. I've got lots of journals on Amazon. I've got a dream journal, a gratitude journal, lots of different blank notebook journals. And I also have got card decks. I created my own card decks, which I loved to do. And I sell those now in my Etsy shop, Poets Corner by Amanda. I've got two Etsy shops, Poets Corner by Amanda and Bear and Rhyme is my second one, which I opened last year. My Bear and Rhyme shop fills me with joy, absolute joy and delight. I create little gift boxes for people with little bears and little rhymes, much what it says on the gift tag. So those are things that I do, which I absolutely love to do. My probably my best-selling item in my Etsy shop, Poets Corner by Amanda, is actually my deck of angel cards. And the little bit of news that I've got this month, hugely excited by it, is I've taken a little diversification from writing poetry to actually writing children's books. This is my first book, and it's entitled The Little Reindeer Who Saved Christmas. And it's all about this little rusty character who is so brave and courageous and kind. He saves Christmas. And it's also a story about standing in your own truth and embracing your differences, because sometimes your difference is your superpower. So this is now released on Amazon, The Little Reindeer Who Saved Christmas by Amanda Anderson. If anybody is looking for a little stocking filler, please go and check it out. It may be for you. I wish you all the very merriest of Christmases, and if anybody would like to connect with me, I'm always loving connecting with new people. I'm on all the main platforms. I've got a TikTok account as well called it's called Amanda the Poet 8, number 8, and I share my poetry on there. If anybody is looking to connect with me, I'm on Instagram, X, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube. Anyway, so please do connect. I'd love to meet you. So thank you so much again, Jen, for allowing me to be here today. Merry Christmas, everybody.